Yo, what is up guys, Coden here, back from the video. So today we are going to be going over the lucky submissions inside of our community Discord server. You know, it has been about a week or two since I've actually done these, so the channel should be pretty full, and this time we actually do have a few clips in here, and hopefully we see some godly whitebeard pulls, because I know that is the newest cosmic as of recording, so hopefully we are able to see some of those. If you guys would like to participate in the next video, and you guys want to submit your lucky submissions, then make sure to go ahead and join the Discord server, link in the description below. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so here we are from last time. I haven't done this in about 10 days actually, so the channel is pretty full. Let's go ahead and move on to the first submission here. So this guy said in 4 reforges he was able to get his mythical item on godly here. I believe at the time this was before Galaxy 2, so the fact that he got this is pretty crazy. That should take about 2.5 thousand scraps, so it's not that lucky, but still pretty impressive. Next up, this guy got a Apex Fury and another godly Apex Fury back to back. The chance of that is absolutely insane. I believe it's a 1 in about 10,000 because it is 100 times 100. So yeah, insane odd, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep everything short because we do have a lot of submissions to go over. So this guy said from the Halloween summon when Halloween event still existed, and right after Halloween I got another one. So from one Halloween summon he ended up pulling a godly Genshiro, and from the second one he ended up pulling a godly Kisuke. Alright, so the next image here is this guy who pulled a godly Gon. That is a pretty good godly, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty lucky. You know, not really the luckiest thing though. We are going to be looking for some lucky clips or something like that, but yeah, still a rare pull nonetheless. Next up, this guy, he pulled 3 giant summons and 1 open. I'm not sure if this is photoshopped. I don't think it is. It looks pretty legit to me, but the chance of pulling 3 giant summons in 1 single open is pretty insane. I don't know the numbers of that, but that's gotta be at least 1 in a million, I'm pretty sure. That's really crazy. I've never seen anything like that. And the same guy posted a picture where he pulled 4 dragon summons and 1 open. I don't believe it's fake because you can't see the outer effects of it, and it would be very hard to fake this, but still very insane pulls this guy is getting. I don't know how his luck is so good. He only had 49.6x luck as well, and in the first picture he did have 99.2x, but that's still not even max, which is like 128, so I don't know how he's getting so lucky. But yeah, let's go on to the next pull. This guy was able to get himself a godly captain, which was the best godly at the time, and he said also got this from last spin from update 7 if he's still asking W, and he got a Titan on his Gojo. Honestly pretty good. Next up, this guy got godly on his samurai captain skin. Pretty rare. I mean, it's only like a 1 in 200 at the time, I believe, but still pretty good. Good for him. I mean, next up we have this picture of this guy who was able to get Titan on his Levi here, and I don't know how many rolls, but he did get Titan, so that's pretty rare. You know, these things aren't like super rare, but they're still genuinely pretty rare, so the fact that people are getting them is pretty good. Next up, this guy got another godly. He said he used 600 scrap, but didn't get anything. He scrapped 3 mythical tournament swords, and he rolled again, and he was able to pull godly. You know, that always is a good feeling when you're about to run out, but then you get a little bit more from scrapping, and then you end up pulling what you guys wanted. Even though godly isn't the best anymore, it's still pretty lucky this guy was able to pull it. Alright, so next up, this guy here got a godly Gojo skin. You know, a lot of godly apexes in this video. If you guys do want to make a submission, please make sure to make it a video of something rare that you pulled, because I don't really want to look at a ton of images that are just apex pulls because really aren't that rare. But he did end up getting a godly Gojo. That's pretty good. Next up, we do have our first video here. I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio so I don't get copyright. So let's go ahead and see. So there you go, guys. So he pulled a like a regular tailed beast, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's the skin or not. I think it's the skin, yeah. So at the time he did pull the godly, not godly, he pulled the tailed beast skin. Honestly pretty rare. I never was able to get my hands on one of those. So there we go. There's our first clip of the video. This guy was able to pull himself a cosmic skin. You know, good for him. And here next up we have this guy who got celestial on his Titan godly apex here, which I believe was the best combo in the game, and it still might be. It's debatable between Titan boxer and Titan celestial, but he did pull celestial on his godly apex. Good for him. Pretty rare pulls, and he only had like 60 left. So yeah, next up we got this guy here. Pretty low quality image. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he did end up pulling himself a godly Jotaro, and let's see, he only opened 116, so he was pretty due for a cosmic. So he did get a pretty good godly cosmic though. You know, obviously it's not the best, but it's better than like 3 or 4 of them, so you know, you can't complain really. Next up, this guy says he got all these yesterday. So he got a godly old sage, he got a godly apex fury, and he got a, what is it, a godly Genshiro. He pulled 3 of them in the same day. That is absolutely insane. Let me go ahead and fact check that. So let's update 8.3. This one is 8.3.6, and this one is 8.3.6. I do believe him that these were in the same day. But yeah, crazy pulls. Good luck to him, bro. Like, I don't even know. That's absolutely insane, man. Next up, we have our second clip of the video. So they are going going to go ahead and open this cosmic, and it is going to be a godly. But what is the godly going to be? And it is going to be a godly leader. You know, godly leader was the second best cosmic at the time of this opening, so that's really rare. So that guy is pretty cool. We got a godly leader, and now he submitted a second image down here where he has himself a godly tailed beast unit, man. That is absolutely crazy. I've only met one or two other people with a godly tailed beast in my life. The chance of opening that is like, I think it's around 1 in a million, and that would take billions of candy to farm, so it's not like you can get that if you grinded for it. The only way you can get that is if you like pay to win super heavily, or if you were just like, you know, really lucky. So I do know this guy is a very good player. I've seen him a few times before. I believe he does have some pretty rare stuff. Next up, we have another clip. This guy is going to open a cosmic. It's pretty low quality, but it is going to be a godly. So let's go ahead and see what he pulls. And he pulls himself a godly Ritsuki. What a W clip. W skin, bro. I mean, W unit, bro. Godly Ritsuki was actually my first godly that I've actually ever pulled, so that's pretty rare. You know, obviously not the best cosmic godly like I said earlier, but it's still pretty good. So this guy says that both these are not even a minute apart, so he has one clip where he's going to re-roll on his mythical, and he got a perfection. And for the second video, he's going to re-roll on the second one, I believe, and he ends up getting a godly. I'm not sure what the first one was. Yeah, so this one was a demonic, but he ended up getting it to godly. Pretty rare W for him, honestly. And he included another clip here, and let's see what he gets. He is going to pull 2 godly Gojos. Not godly, he's going to pull 2 Gojo skins in one single side chest. You know, getting 1 cosmic from the actual purple chest is pretty rare itself, but this guy got 2 from the side chest, guys. Insane luck. I don't know what the odds of that are. It's probably like closer to like 1 in 10,000, I'm assuming. And next up, he has another video of him rolling, and he got perfection on his ape with 40 scrap. Honestly, insane luck. This guy is super lucky. Next up, we have this video here. I think I've seen this one before, but this guy does end up opening another capsule here, and he does open a godly, if you guys couldn't tell, obviously. And it is going to be, if you guys obviously didn't see earlier, I'm gonna let you guys roll it, but here we go. He got a godly Takeshi. You know, that is a very strong godly right there. I don't think there's just like the 3rd or 4th strongest in the game at the time. So yeah, pretty lucky pull. 1 in 100, still very good. Next up, this guy got 4 dragon summons in 1 spin. That was similar to the one we saw earlier, but this one for some reason doesn't have the little animation behind it. It's probably because he had low quality settings on, but still very lucky nonetheless. Next up, we have this photo of this guy who pulled a godly Gojo with only 300 scrap. Honestly, pretty lucky, but I'm kind of getting sick of seeing all these affix pulls. But this guy right here, he has himself a godly Eisen scale unit. Wow, I think I've seen this guy post other pictures before, but this guy was able to get himself a godly Eisen. I don't know if it's actually his, but the chance of that is absolutely insane. I do see like less of these than I do end up seeing the godly tailed beast. I think it's because it's later in the event, everybody was like tired of it. But yeah, that is one of the rarest units inside of the game. Really rare pull. I wish I had gotten myself one of these, but obviously, you know, we can't always be lucky. So next up, this guy around 10 days ago, he posted a picture, and he had he had 3 godly Levi's and 1 godly Gon. Dude, I don't know how he was able to pull himself 3 godly Levi's in under a week or 2. This guy is absolutely crazy, man. Well, actually, the update did take around a month, so I don't know how long it took him, but he still got 3 godly Levi's. I think he was going for a monkey mode because he did end up getting a godly Gon, but who knows? Still kind of rare, but I mean, it's like kind of like unfortunate at the same time, you know? All right, so this guy says he started the game 2 weeks ago, and he got both these godly captain and godly Gojo and 48 cosmic opens. Wow. So not only did he get the first, but he got like I believe the 5th or 6th best cosmic in the game. And under 48th opens, he says like Gojo was number 35 and Levi was number 48. So yeah, that guy is super lucky. Huge congrats to him. And then this guy here, he was able to get himself a godly All Might, which is I think the 3rd like a godly in the game. Yeah, pretty rare stuff. I would love to have one of these, but unfortunately my team does not include one of them yet. Next up, the same guy who pulled a godly Eisen has a picture where he was able to get himself a godly version of the mythical scale unit Rias Gremory. I don't know if these are his screenshots, but if they are, this guy's insanely lucky. He would have pulled a godly scale unit as well as a godly mythical unit, both limited time, by the way. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty rare, honestly. Good on him, man. Next, this guy said 2, 3, 4. So he got 4 in this picture, and in the next picture he got 3 of them, and then in the next picture he got 2 summons. I don't know what's up with a bunch of people pulling dragon summons, even with a maxed out like yen upgrade or whatever. That's still insanely rare, so I don't know how people are getting this lucky. And then right after that, he said on his first open he was able to get 5 dragon summons, bro. I don't know if people are editing this this, but if they're not, that is absolutely crazy, man. Next up, he said 2 godly Jotaros and 5 opens, and here we can see that he pulled 2 of the godly time breakers, and he's only pulled about 7 of these in total, more like 10, but still getting 2 and 5 opens is insanely rare. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. It could have been an old sage, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, so that's pretty lucky either way. So this guy here, he pulled himself a godly Takeshi, similar to the last one. Pretty rare. Good on him, man. If you guys do want me to rate them for longer, do include a video, because I do think they're more interesting, as I don't really want to show a bunch of the same pictures because they're not as interesting. So next up, this guy here, he was able to pull himself a godly 00. I mean, that's not really that rare, but it is a limited time skin, so I guess that's good for him. This player up here gets a perfection and another perfection. He says back to back, but that doesn't really look like it's back to back, because that is like 100 difference. I guess what he means is that he did it with 1 roll of scrap and then he didn't like go back for more. I mean, that's pretty rare, but godly was existing at the time, so I would not take perfection, but that's just me. All right, so next up we have this video. I won't let me load it, but he does end up pulling a godly Shanks from what I'm seeing here, which is incredibly rare, and he almost has a full godly cosmic team. He has a Giyu, a Gon, a Shanks, a Makima, an Apex, and a Timebreaker. I wish that clip did load, because clips are the best things that you guys can submit. I cannot stress that enough, guys. Submit clips of videos that you have of you guys pulling rare units, guys. But anyways, next up, this guy got himself another godly Retsuki, and pretty rare, honestly, you know. But next up, this player here, he was able to get himself a godly Borger mythical from that like limited time code, and he did end up getting himself a godly turkey costume. I mean, if you guys are struggling and you guys did have to use those codes to get your only 2 mythical wild card items, then that's pretty good, but most players should be having cosmics by now, so hopefully he did make an upgrade. All right, so this guy here, he does have a video clip here, and let's see what he pulls. So it's gonna be pretty long animation, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip. So he gets a godly, and what's the godly going to be? It's gonna play out the entire animation. I wonder what he is going to pull. Hopefully it's something good. Let's see what's he gonna pull, and he is going to get a godly captain. Wow, huge congrats to him. That is the rarest cosmic at the time, and there is more to this. Oh, I think he gets them back to back actually. So let's see, what does he end up getting? Hopefully it's another captain here. So he ends up pulling a, what does he pull? I don't know if this is his clip actually, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't really know. So it ends up being a godly Shanks. Is this back to back? I can't really tell. I don't think it is. Yeah, these are definitely not back to back, but he does have 2 clips of him pulling a godly Levi and a godly captain, as well as that he did end up pulling a godly cursed hunter and a godly apex, all in the span of 3 days. So yeah, getting 5 godly cosmics in 3 days, definitely pretty lucky. This guy here did get a godly Gensho, pretty rare, congrats to him. And this guy here was able to get 2 Levi skins in 1 open. I don't know if it was from the actual like daily chest or not, but still it's pretty rare nonetheless. You know, I am skipping over a lot of these images because I don't find them very lucky, but if you guys do have really rare images or any lucky videos, and send them in. You guys want to see continuation of the series here. All right, so this player here, he only has I don't know how many opens he actually has, but he does end up pulling himself a godly cursed hunter, pretty rare, not gonna lie. And in 50 capsules here, this player gets a godly crimson and a godly all might. I don't know if there's more on this side. Yeah, so he ends up getting a godly crimson and 2 godly all mights. I mean, he got 2 godly crimsons and 1 godly all might, all in the span of 50 capsules. So he got 3 godlies and 3 capsules, not 50 capsules, but still really rare. Next up, going into Galaxy 2, this player was able to get himself a godly white mustache in first try. I believe this is like right after the game updated, because I do remember seeing 1 godly white mustache. And right below we have another guy, the same guy who has a godly cosmic Aizen. He was able to get himself a godly white mustache as well. Pretty rare unit, you know, you can't really complain. Godly, the newest godly, man, is insanely strong. I would never complain about that. Very lucky though. All right, so this guy does have 2 videos here. I'm not sure what he ends up pulling, so I'm going to go ahead and skip forward. So this guy ends up pulling himself an ancient magus. Honestly, that's not very good, but it is the same rarity as godly now. And in the second one, he ends up getting another ancient magus. I mean, pretty good, but obviously not the most optimal this update. And in this one, he gets himself, he's going to start rolling, and what is he going to get? He's going to get himself another ancient magus mythical wildcard item. You know, pretty rare, but obviously not the rarest. All right, so he submits a picture here, and he gets 3 godlies in under 21 pulls, with the first one being a Takeshi, the second one being a white mustache, and the third one being a Takeshi. But yeah, pretty rare. 3 godlies in under 21 cosmic pulls. It's like an average of 7 opens per godly. I wish I had that kind of luck. Absolutely insane. And this guy did one of the brand new like marine raids, and he pulled himself the godly skin, man, as well as the mythical. You can't ignore that. But yeah, it's insane. That's probably like a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 chance, so good on him. Next up, this guy does open one of the new capsules. He has 8 of them, and he does end up getting a godly. We all know what it's going to be. It's obviously going to be a godly whitebeard because there is only one in Galaxy 2 right now. But I'm going to show you guys the animation anyways. Nothing special really, but here it is. He's going to do the little animation. It's still the same in Galaxy 2. I would wish they did something different, but here it is. You know, there it is. There is the godly whitebeard animation. It's the same as a regular one, so there's nothing really different. But he ends up pulling himself a godly white mustache. I hope that I'm lucky to get one of these. You know, I haven't been AFKing the orb, but maybe I will soon to get a godly version. Anyway, so next up, this guy got himself another godly red ski from a soul summon. I don't know what a soul summon is. I think it's the Halloween summon, but still pretty rare. And he was trying to get himself Genius 2 in his red ski to do the little XP thing. I do have a video on that. If you guys don't know already, you guys can go ahead and check it out. But basically gives you infinite XP, and he ended up getting Celestial instead of Genius 2. Not gonna lie, if I got Celestial instead of Genius 2, I would just manually grind that unit for XP because I am not risking not getting Celestial for that. But anyways, next up, he got a Godly Apex Fury out of a Halloween spin. You know, I don't know if Godly Apex is outdated yet, but it's definitely not as strong as it was last update. And next up, we have this photo here of 3 images that this guy was nice enough to include, and he ended up getting 2 Godly Apex Furies in the span of 3 opens. If you guys can't really see down there, honestly, pretty unlucky now that I think about it. But still, next up, this guy got himself a Godly Leader. Pretty rare. Congrats to him. This player got a Crimson Demon Quirk on his Lucky Goku, bro. I don't know if it's the trend with ACS players and like equipping all the cosmic skins just as a joke in case they actually pull one, but he was able to get himself a Crimson Demon, which is one of the new cosmic quirks on his Lucky Goku, bro. It's kind of unfortunate, but you know, we move on. So this guy got himself a Godly Star Flare. I don't know, this is probably like a couple months old, but still a Godly Star Flare, insanely rare. I don't know what the odds are, but I know they're definitely higher than pulling a cosmic from that world. Next up, this guy ended up pulling himself a Godly White Mustache. That's, I believe, the 3rd or 4th one we've seen in this video. Pretty rare unit, and this guy resubmitted his picture of his Godly Eyes, in which we saw earlier. All right, so this player here, he opened 5 of the new capsules, and he ended up getting 2 white mustaches. I can't verify if this was back to back, but it does look like it from what I'm seeing. You know, this guy should honestly donate me one because he's not gonna have a use for the second one, so he should just give it to me. So next up, this guy, he did 1 raid, and he ended up pulling 3 of the new whitebeard skin. That's really rare. I don't know if he's lying or not, but he said he also got a 4th one in one impossible run the next time. Getting 4 of the new cosmic skins is in like 2 raids is really rare. Not sure if he's lying or not, but I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's not. Next up, this guy said he got himself a Godly Whitebeard in his first capsule. Bro, everybody's getting Godly Whitebeard, and I'm like the only guy here without it. The damage on a Godly Whitebeard is absolutely crazy, man. I need to get myself one soon. Another clip of a guy getting a Godly Whitebeard, bro, and he got on his 2nd open, man. I think I've opened like 5 of them and I haven't gotten one, which isn't unlucky, but still, I would have liked to get one. And our last clip of the video here, this guy was able to get himself a Godly Gon as well as a Godly Takeshi back to back. You know, I don't have either of these cosmics somehow, so I would definitely take those, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that was the last clip of the video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off here. If you guys do want to submit your lucky clips or something like that, then make sure to go ahead and join the Discord server, link in the description below. But I'm gonna leave this video up here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.